each department. So we got technically an SMEs, so that SMEs need to be get the business knowledge from the other department as well. So we can't actually say that, okay, you don't know that. So like business architect is maybe not going to each department and get the SMEs to get the details. So it might be the job of the SMEs to get the details from the other departments as well. And then, yeah, the next topic is actually, okay, you have schedule the sessions and some of the key SMEs are not available, and maybe due to the time constraint, they will be not available the complete time. Then in place of doing just for 10 or 15 minutes, we should reschedule the session. And like partial review is not good enough. So as a PEGA recommendation, we should not complete, we should not do the partial one, and we should go for rescheduling the sessions. And actually, like in some time, actually, like the main SMEs is not available, and we want to actually, and some other SMEs came in place of him. So he is not the decision maker, but he is not happy with the what is the current approach, or maybe he is doing that. Say this is not the, what we have doing. So might be the other SMEs which we have provided the information is not correct. So how to handle that situation? That as well. Okay. So as a biggest best practice, actually, like we should limit the number of participants from the business SMEs to between 2 to 4. We should not give more than 4 during the grooming and elaboration session. Actually, during the playback sessions, we can include more SMEs, like between 6 to 10. We can include them, but during the conduct stage and before playback session, we should limit them to between 6 to 10 in playback sessions, and other thing, we should limit them into 5. So in that scenario, we can have better expectation from the meeting. So that's the first best practices for the managing the number of participants. Next, actually, like if you have 2 different SMEs, and actually they actually like 2 different workflows for the single workflow, so they actually might differ onto that how they are happening. So in that scenario, we should actually should not discuss the complete process there itself. Then actually we should ask them to meet some other time, and they can discuss about their own process, and then during the meeting they can give that, okay, that should be happen. Actually the both workflows can be combined and can provide a different settings for that. So that actually we can able to resolve that. During the conduct session, we should not discuss the different opinions, because that will be divert and will not come into the conclusions. So we can ask them to meet them in a separate meeting and conclude about the both process.
So the 2 points here is saying, like, if you have more than one, it's a forward motion is a jeopardy, and another one says it's good to identify non-standard processes earlier, right? So it's good and bad. Is that what you're saying?
No, actually this is the first is the question, and that's the next actually how you're going to do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, first actually it's all about there's actually like your challenge and how you can resolve that one.
Okay.
So actually if you see you have 2 different opinions for the single process, they are maintaining the same. So actually if say expense voucher, so in some places they are doing actually like, okay, they are scanning the document, and based on that they are getting approval from 2 different places, and then they are finally approving that. And in one department, actually they are not scanning, they have online form, and they just need one approval. So there is, you can have different so for same expense voucher, you have different departments have different workflows. So now you want to make a single workflow for everyone. So in that scenario, you can have different things may come from different people. Okay. So then actually you say that's actually that I told actually we should not divert our things. We should actually wondering which one actually we are talking about. We should stick to the single point only. We should not divert our things and discussion to the which is actually not scheduled for the current session. So we should like whatever he is saying, we should document it, but we should not give much time to that. Actually, we can discuss that in the parking lot, and we can get that details in later sessions as well. Then if a person actually this one actually we talked actually if the person actually doesn't know actually how actually it is happening in other department, then actually in that scenario we ask them the SMEs to conduct with the other department and get the knowledge, because he is assigned SMEs for that. So business architect is going to contact that SMEs only. He can't go to the any other department and ask for another SMEs from that department as well. So in that scenario, so we can ask the same SMEs to gather information from other department as well. So it's in this one actually if you say the tendency we discussed actually if actually anything actually the person is not available or something is the limited time his availability, in that scenario we should cancel the session and reschedule the session for the complete session. You should not do the partial one.
The SMEs can be from both the place, like from the client place or within the consulting company. I mean,
yeah, yes, it can be.
Okay.
It can be from the same company or it can be from the other company as well, like the customer's point of view.
Correct. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
From yeah.
And this is like when you are working with the substitute one. So if you say you have two different SMEs, so you started discussion with one of the SMEs and you come up with some of the process and flows you have created based on that, and during one day actually she is not available and she sends some substitute SMEs on that day, and during the discussion he suggested some more changes to the flow and he says that, oh, we are not doing in that way, we need, oh, this is wrong, what actually, oh, this is actually not correct, the information provided by the other SMEs is wrong. So that, and that person actually who is the SME, he is not the decision maker. He can't say that, okay, do what I am saying. So that also we need to check with the substitute SMEs and other decision maker. We need to check that out. So after that, only we are going to make the decision onto that. So that's actually the other, when we are working with substitute SME, we need to take care. So this is the different challenges and which is provided by PEGA to tackle different challenges onto the conduct phase. So now I'm going to start the videos.
No, when you said that's what PEGA is doing, what? Or this is, I mean, what is PEGA doing to handle the situation?
This one, in this scenario, see this one actually, because the rework required. So this one actually, when a substitute ME suggests changes to an approved process, always defer. Oh, sorry. So always defer to the decision maker. Actually, we need to consult with the decision maker. So actually, like there is a situation that SME is the decision maker, so we should check his approval as well before making the changes. Okay. And then we need to communicate with the substitute SMEs as well that, okay, he is saying that changes need to be done into that point of time.
Oh, okay. So you're saying that's what PEGA is saying. Okay, I was wondering whether PEGA has something built
No.
in
If
or
you look
something
in the
like
below
that?
paragraph, you can see the first is the question and the second one actually you can say like what Pega suggests and the Pega's best practice suggests that one.
Okay. So that's the Pega's best practice. Okay.
Yes. And how to handle a Pega's best practice to conduct the, how to handle the challenges in Pega during the conduct session. Okay. Yeah. So that's actually more of the things we have to do on the challenges. So that actually conclude the our DCO sessions. So from that, yeah. So most of the topics we have covered. So I'm going to start some of the videos now. So we'll start with the yesterday's videos once again, and then we will start some of the new videos as well after that. Okay. Ashok? Ashok?
Are we waiting for Ashok?
Yeah, Mukesh.